Phillips, you are suing your ex-boyfriend for $1,000 in child care expenses you claim he has ignored since denying that he is the father of your 2-month-old daughter, Jordan, whom he refuses to meet. Today, you have petitioned the court for a paternity test to prove he is the father and are looking to recover your $1,000 child care expenses. Mr. Gibbs, you claim that Ms. Phillips did not live up to your standards and has a long history of sexual promiscuity. You believe you are not the father of her baby and therefore say you owe her nothing. Now, Ms. Phillips, tell me about your relationship with the defendant.
Well, Your Honor, I thought this was going to be the best situation. I thought that he was actually the one for me, and I think it started for me when, he went to this convention, a spiritual convention, and he came home that night. He was just like, you got to go. So
wait. I just must stop you. You're in a relationship.
Yes.
He's the one for me.
That's how I felt.
Then he goes to a spiritual convention.
Yes.
And comes home and tells you get out.
Yeah, he told me he had to go because he was working on himself or whatever. So I was like, well, it's late. Can I just wait till the morning, just go to my grandmother's house? Because, it was late.
It's middle of the night.
Yes, it was like 12, 1, 2 maybe. So he takes me to a hotel. I'm in the car crying, boo-hooing. I'm like, why? Why? He was like, he can't do this no more. He gotta do right. So I was like, okay.
Okay, Mr. Gibbs, I have to ask you, is this true? Did you go home after the spiritual convention and put Miss Phillips out and take her to a hotel?
A lot of stuff led up to this event.
Okay.
Okay, first of all,
fill me in.
The first thing that happened was we went to a Christmas party that her friend was throwing. She's getting approached by a guy. I guess they know it's a part of the family. He kind of just ignores that I'm even there. I'm asking her, I said, hey, you going with me or not? No,
And
so
she's
you
shaking her head yes.
Yeah, so she want to stay here with the guy that I just got into an altercation with. Then the next event we get to.
Let me stop at that event because I need to understand from Miss Phillips now. Why is it if you came to the party with him and you guys were together when there was an altercation, why didn't you leave with him?
The only reason why I didn't leave with him because the dude was still hot. I've been around that family for years, and I know how they work. So what I was doing, I was just trying to, kind of keep it down because they was ready to go to the house.
So out of protection for him, you were just trying to diffuse it.
Exactly.
And say, I'm just going to stay.
Exactly.
After that, it follows up. I go to Miami with a friend of mine. 2 days later, I get a call from a mutual friend that says she was involved in an event.
I called you and told you.
My mutual friend told me first. They left and went to a party where I know what type of girl she is. She's a very promiscuous girl, put it like that herself. So when she gets there, she's already in the car. She tells me Mahogany didn't even want to get into the car because she's seen her.
I got right in the car and I seen her. I even say hey to her. She didn't say hey to me. In that situation, yes,
Originally, she told me that was her brothers, her real fleshly brothers.
Yes,
I asked her several times.
I told him all this. This is what I told him.
Mr. Gibbs, you say that Ms. Phillips admitted to cheating.
Yes, I did.
She told me that, but when I first got back, she told me that she didn't. Nothing happened. I was with my brothers. That story stayed for about a month and a half until finally she broke out and said, yeah, I did cheat, but it wasn't with who I was with that night.
So the trust is going out the window, but you're still with her?
I'm still with her. Then another situation where I was with, talking to a friend of mine outside during a party, and he was telling me, I was with this one girl, man. We was in the back seat, we doing it, and all of a sudden, a guy in a black car pulls up. And he was like, I said, the black car pulls up. He said, yeah, she told me to go ahead and let's get out because he's crazy. It's my boyfriend. He's crazy. I said, did the black car look like this one? And he was like,
yeah, that was a friend of mine. And we was talking in front of my house when he came. But we went together.
Didn't this person tell you that she did have with him?
Yes.
And we weren't even together.
And he explained in details.
Okay,
but
wait a minute.
We weren't together then. And I felt bad about it. I told him I felt bad. I should never did that. I didn't even feel good about it at all. But when I go through his stuff, the bag that he took to Miami, I see condoms in the open, and they open and one missing.
Had the relationship ever been positive?
Yeah, it's been
for
good.
you?
Yeah, it's been good. A lot of times, like, cause it's been times that we actually did things together. I mean, we acted like a family. He had his 2 girls. I had my boy. We was, we was doing things we were supposed to do in a relationship. We just had a real relationship. It just, when he get in that mind frame where he assuming that something happened, it turns sour. Which I understand, cause if you cheat once, then you think he gonna think you always cheating. But then that's why I kept myself around him.
There was
so he
times-
wouldn't think
there was-
something was wrong. And that's what I did. I even had problems with my peoples. My grandmother was getting mad because I always was running over there to him. And then when he does it, it's like out of character. I'm worthless. I'm the whore, the biggest whore, a slut. I'm everything, but yeah, I'm here doing everything I need to do that you want me to do.
But at the same time, I'm calling, where you at? Oh, she'll come up with this line or some story where she had been at with a friend's house. But when I get over there, as soon as we could be sitting there for 5-10 minutes, a phone call pop up. Hey, is Mahogany there?
And that's